my name is Nitesh. Shet. I am from Anara. So last class we are discussing about a topic from 10th standard, that is trigonometry. In trigonometry we already discussed about trigonometric ratios and their relationship with sides of the right angle triangle. Also we solved some of the problems based on the trigonometric ratios. So in the last class we are discussing about trigonometric ratios of some specific angles like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, and also we found out all the values of trigonometric ratios of those specific angles. So then here we have to collect all those values and we have to substitute in this tabular column. But the problem is sometimes we are forgotten all those values. What is the value of sine 45 degree? What is the value of tan 60 degree? So sometimes we are forgotten. So that's why for that one, so we have some of the techniques to remember all those values. So let's take technique number 1. So the first technique to remember all those values. So let's take the technique number 1. So this technique number 1 is most familiar and it is available in some of the textbooks as well. Also you are studying in PUC also. So this technique is available in PUC. So let us know about that one. So firstly we have to take this technique as sine and cos and tan. So once you got those things, so if you have sine function and cos function both, so you can find out the tan function. Here it is the same thing we have it. So and here we have to take 0 degree, 30 degree and 45 degree and 60 degree and 90 degree. So there are 5 angles are there. So related to that one we have to find out all the values. So firstly what we have to do is we have to write 0 to 4. So that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we have to write like this. And here we have to, here also we have to write the same values, but the thing is that here we have to start from the 4 and in the reverse order we have to write it. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we have. So that is firstly in sine function we have to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is sine 0, here 0 we have to write sine 30. For sine 30 degree we have to write 1 here. Sine 45 degree we have to write 2 here. Sine 60 degree for that one we have to write 3 here. Sine 90 degree we have to write 4. Again here cos function, so 0 for 0 degree 4, 30 degree 3, 45 degree 2 we have to write, 60 degree 1 we have to write and 90 degree 0 we have to write. So for all these values, so we have to divide with 4. So in all these values we have to divide it with 4. 4 we have to divide here. So in all the values, and then finally we have to take the square root of all. As here we have to take the square root of all the values. Yes. So then the result will be, the answer will be the value of sine function 2 related with the specific angles. Yes. So one by one we have to write. So this is about 0 degree and this is about 30 degree and this is about 45 degree and here we have 60 degree and here it is 90 degree. And then so here it is sine theta, so here it is cos theta and tan theta and cosec theta, this is sec theta, then here it is cot theta. Yes, then one by one we have to find the values. Here just observe 0 by 4 means 0. So square root of 0 is again it is 0 only. Then here let us take sine 30 degree. Here just observe 1 by 4. That is both are perfect squares. So that's why, so square root of 1 it is 1 only, square root of 4 it is 2 only. That is, so here square root of 1 by 4 is equal to 1 divided by 2. So that is, the answer is 1 divided by 2. So you can compare with your answers whatever we found out in the last class. Yes. So here root 2 by 4. Just also root 2 by 4. That is, so here I am just taking like this. It's a root 2 divided by, so 4 is a perfect square, that is I will write 2. Then here it is writing this root 2 as root 2 into root 2. Yes. Then, so 1 root 2 getting cancels, the result will be 1 by root 2. So answer will be here 1 by root 2. Then let us move on to this one, root 3 by 4. That is root 3 divided by 4 means here it is not, the 3 is not a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. That's why it is root 3 and here we are having 2 only. That is, this is the perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. So when we take the square root of that one, you are getting 2 here. That is root 3 divided by 2. Then let us move on to the last one. That is here 4 by 4 is 1. 1 is a perfect square. So square root of 1 is 1. Yes. So here just observe. So when theta increases, 0, 30, 45 degree, 60 degree, it varies from 0 to 1 here. That means when theta increases, sin theta what happens? It is increases. I hope you understood this one. And then let us move on to this one. Here just observe, here already we found out the sum of the values here. So I am not solving again and again. Here just observe 4 by 4. 4 by 4 is 1 and square root of 1 is 1. So it is nothing but cos 0 degree is 1. Then here just over root 3 by 4 already we solved this one, root 3 by 4. It is already we got root 3 by 2. So it is nothing but cos 30 degree. It is root 3 divided by 2. Then so root 2 by 4 we already solved. Root of 2 by 4. So it is 1 by 2. 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. So 1 is a perfect square. 2 is not a perfect square. That is 1 by root 2. Then 60 degree. Cos is 60 degree. Here it is 1 and 4 both are perfect square. So the root of 1 is 1. Root of 4 is 2. 1 by 2. Then finally 0 by 4 is 0. Square root of 0 is z. Yes. So just observe, from this technique we got all these values. That is sin theta and cos theta we got here. So that means, so here from this technique, that is firstly we have to write like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to divide with 4 in all values taking the square root. So we can write this one. And then how to find out the tan theta here? There is no any technique for tan here. But we already know that sin by cos is equal to tan only. So that's why we have to divide. 0 by 1 is 0. Then so we have to divide sin 0 with the cos 0. We are getting tan 0. And then sin 30 degree divided by cos 30 degree. So when we divide it, so then what happens? 2 getting cancels. Then remaining it is 1 by root 3. So you can solve in your rough. And then 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Completely. The numerator also 1 by root 2. Denominator is also 1 by root 2. Then what is the value? It is 1. Then so here root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. That is you can take the denominator into the numerator. Then what happens? The reciprocal of the second denominator, second fraction we are getting. So then 2 getting cancels. So here root 3 remains. And 1 by 0 you already know that it is not defined. It is, I will write it as ND, not defined. Just observe, here we got all the values of sin theta, cos theta and tan theta using this technique. And then you have to divide cos theta and sin theta and cos theta for the tan theta. Then remaining already you know that cosec theta is the reciprocal of the sin theta. Here 0 we have 1, 0 by 1 means it is not defined. 1 by 0. Then so here 1 by 2 we have, so just reverse it, 2, and here just reverse it, root 2 sin theta, reciprocal of the sin theta, that is reciprocal of the sin 45 degree you can take, so you are getting root 2. And here 2 by root 3, then here actually 1 by 1, so again remain it as 1 only. Then sec theta, here 1 by 1, so when you take the reciprocal 1 only. Then here, so you can take the reciprocal of it. Then we are getting 2 by root 3. Then, so here you have to take reciprocal of root 2. And here also you have to take the reciprocal of the 1 by 2. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. And 0 by 1, 1 by 0, it is not 3. Then, cot by 1, 1 by 0, it is not defined. Then, so here 1 by root 3 we have, so just take the reciprocal of it, we are getting root 3 here. Then, so here 1 we have, so just take the reciprocal of it, then you are getting 1. Yes, so here we have root 3, so root 3 by 1, take the reciprocal of that, so 1 by root 3. And here it is not defined, actually it is 1 by 0, so take the reciprocal of it, 0 by 1, so it is nothing but 0. Yes, so this is the first technique. So using the first technique, so we can find out all the values of trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. So let us move on to the next technique. Yes, so already you know about technique number 1, so it is very useful technique, so it is helpful in some of the examinations. And before going to the technique number 2, so we have to know about the limitations of technique number 1. That is, so in some of the examination, if you have any questions related with the trigonometric ratios of some specific angles for only 1 marks, then what happens? So you have to construct a complete tabular column. So using technique number 1. But it is time consuming. So for 1 marks question, you are taking more time. More time means it is difficult. That is, you are wasting some time for that one. So it is the limitation of that, and another is it's a lengthy process. So second limitation is a lengthy process. You have to construct a tabular column first, then you have to move on to the problem. So it is difficult to us. Yes. So here let us move on to the technique number 2. So it is not available in the textbook as well as some social media as well. So let us know about technique number 2. Technique 2. Yes. So in technique number 2, we have to remember the initial part of the process. So here in technique number 1, the initial part is clear, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You have to write. It is easier. But here in this technique number 2, so you have to remember the first part of that. So you have to remember those things. And there are some of the steps are there. So some of the techniques are there. So to remember all those things. So that steps you have to follow in your examination. Yes. Firstly you have to write like this: 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. And then, so here we have some of the numbers here. So that one you have to know. So firstly it is 0, 1, and 1. So this is for, so there is no anything for this is for sine only, this is for cos only, this is for tan only, no. So here we have some processes there. Yes. So here first thing it is 0, 1, 1. So first thing it is 0, 1, 1 here. Then here the next one is 1, root 3 and 2. So 0, 1, 1 and is 1, root 3, 2. And here it is 1, 1, root 2. The third. So here, see, these things you have to remember. So this thing you have to remember in the beginning step. So if you forgotten any one of that, so if you confused with any one of that, so you are not getting the answers. So that's why be careful about that. And here for 60 degree, so for 60 degree you have to just invert these first two numbers. You have to invert first two numbers. That is here 1 root 3 2 we have, means here we have to write root 3 1 2. So this is same. There is no any change in this one. And here it is changing. So here it is 1 root 3. Here root 3 1. And for 90 degree you have to invert this one. So that is here 0 1 1 we have. You have to invert this one, means so 1 0 1. So this one you have to remember. Then you have to take like this. So why I am taking this one is it's a division symbol. That is, it's a division symbol. Already you know that most of the numbers are fractions only. So that's why here whatever we are having, we are getting, that one is nothing but fraction. But here in this fraction, so if you took this one, it's 0 by 1 we have, means so you can take any steps or any operations here. So the above will be numerator only, below will be denominator only. There is no any changes. The above part whatever we have compared to these two things. So above 0 it is numerator only, it is denominator only. If it is these two, let's just consider these two. So if it is you consider these two means, so above will be numerator only, below will be denominator only. There is no any changes. If you consider these two, and above will be numerator only, below will be denominator. That is above is numerator only and below is denominator only. Yes. So above is numerator only, below will be denominator only. Below value is denominator only. So whatever the steps, whatever the operation you took. Yes. So then we have to know about the steps, how to do that one. So for sine function, for sine function we have to take the first term and the last term. The first term and the last term. Just observe this operation here. The first term and last term you have to consider. And above will be numerator and below will be denominator. That is 0 by 1. The value of this one is 0 by 1. 0 by 1 will be 0 only. So this is the first step for the sine function. Then, so let us move on to the cos function. Cos function, in all the steps it is same. There is no any changes. For sine function, so first and last, and for cos function, second and last, middle and last. The middle and last you have to consider means this is nothing but cos function. That is just observe, it is some cycle system. So you can remember like cycle system, first and last, second and third. That is here just observe. So whatever the numerator above part we have, that is numerator only, below part will be denominator only. So that is 1 by 1 is nothing but 1. That is for 0 degree. So it is sine 0 degree and this is cos 0 degree. And then move on to the cos tan 0 degree. Yes. The final step is nothing but the first term and the middle term. That is 0 and 1. 0 by 1. The above part is numerator only, below part will be denominator only. That is 0 by 1 is nothing but 0 only. 0. So here you are getting 0, 1 and 0. That is once you know that this pattern, so wherever in the problem you have sine 0 degree, cos 0 degree, tan 0 degree, so you can substitute easily. There is no any changes. And then the similar process is continuous. So that is first and last term. It is sine 30 degree 1 by 2 and it is cos 30 degree, it is root 3 by 2 and it is tan 30 degree 1 by root 3. So here we have the value 1 by 2, root 3 by 2 and 1 by root 3. And then here it is also the same procedure. The first and the last is the sine 45 degree, that is 1 by root 2. Yes, here it is the 1 by root 2 and the second and the last value, that is the above will be numerator, below will be denominator, that is 1 by root 2. Here we have 1 by root 2. Then finally tan 45 degree 1 by 1, 1. Then finally sine 60 degree, that is root 3 by 2. That is above will be numerator, below will be denominator. You have to follow that one. So root 3 by 2. Yes, root 3 by 2 here we have and cos 60 degree. That is 1 by 2. Above will be numerator, below will be denominator only. That is 1 by 2. And finally root 3 by 1, it is tan 60 degree. Root 3 by 1, above will be numerator, below will be denominator, that is root 3. And finally we have 90 degree. That is first and last sine 90 degree, that is 1 by 1 is 1 and cos 90 degree 0 by 1 is 0 and finally tan 90 degree 1 by 0 is not defined. So this is the technique number 2, that is, so firstly you have to remember this one 0 1 1, 1 root 3 2, 1 1 root 2, then you have to invert the first one is, so you are getting 90 degree and invert the second one means you are getting 60 degree. So 30 degree pattern we have to invert the first first two inversion means you are getting 60 degree code here. So then you have to follow the steps. First and last will be sine angles and the second and third will be cos function, and first and second will be tan function. That is, so here we have to follow one condition, that above is numerator only, below is the denominator only. Each and every step you are getting a fraction, that so the any two values we have means, so above we have to take the numerator, below you have to take the denominator. So these are the two techniques to remember all the trigonometric ratios of specific angles. So you can take any steps to remember all those. The first problem. So in this problem only I am taking this tabular column. This tabular column you have to by heart, or you have to remember all those values. And otherwise we have some of the techniques, and you can use all those techniques to remember all those values. Already you learned that. And here we have the first problem, that is sin 60 degree cos 30 degree plus sin 30 degree plus cos 60 degree. So and here the thing is that we have to substitute the respective values in that position only. That is, here just of the sin 60 degree. Sin 60 degree value is root 3 by 2. That one you have to substitute here, root 3 by 2, and into cos 30 degree value is root 3 by 2. Again it is root 3 by 2. Then plus sin 30 degree. So sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. So only we have to search those values from the tabular column. But the common thing it is you have to remember all those things actually. And another thing is, so you have to remember at least sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, all these values. So you can find out other values also. So here the next one, the sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. And cos 60 degree is also 1 by 2. Then you have to simplify. That is root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, root 3 into root 3. Here already we know that. So according to the Bottomless rule, we have to multiply first, then you have to move on to the addition. And in the multiplication, you have to multiply numerator and denominator and denominator and the denominator. That is root 3 into root 3, it is 3, and 2 into 2 is 4, plus then 1 into 1 is 1, and 2 into 2 is 4, is equal. So that is, so when you take 4 as the common term, and this is the LCM of the denominator, that is, here you are having 3 and here you have 1, so that is 4 by 4 is equal to 1. Yes, the value of sin 60 degree cos 30 degree plus sin 30 degree and cos 60 degree, so that the value is 1 here. So likewise you have to take, and wherever there is a trigonometric function with their specific angles, you have to substitute all those values in the respective position, and then you have to solve it. In the first step you have to substitute all those values. Otherwise, if it is simplification is possible, you can simplify. After the simplification, so where there is a trigonometric ratios of some specific angles, so using the tabular column or using the techniques, so you have to substitute all those values. So otherwise you can remember that one and you can substitute. And once you substitute, then you have to simplify that one and try to get the irreducible factors. Once you get the irreducible factors, means that is over. So I hope you understood that one. So let's take the next problem. Let's take the second problem, and here just observe there is no any tabular column here. So without any tabular column, you have to solve all those things. Once you know all the values, when you by hearted all those things, when you know all the values in your mind, so there is no any requirement of techniques as well. So without any techniques, you can find out all those. Technique is nothing but when you forward something in the examination, so then it is useful for us to verify whether it is right or not. Yes. So here let us take this problem here. So here just observe 5 cos square 60 degree plus 4 secant square 30 degree minus tan square 45 degree divided by sin square 30 degree plus cos square 30 degree. So there in the respective position we have to substitute all those values. Is equal to. So let's take on. So it is actually cos square 60 degree. So already we know about cos 60 degree. You have to take the square of that one. That is cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, and you have to take the square of that one. Plus, and secant 30 degree we have. That is cos 30 degree, already we know that. Cos 30 degree means it is root 3 by 2. Cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. So then reverse of that one is 2 by root 3. Whole square you have to take. 4 into 2 by root 3 whole square. Then minus tan square 45 degree. That is tan 45 degree is 1, and 1 square, that is 1 square divided by. One by one you have to write, so you can take any number of steps, no problem. But don't be in a hurry to solve, for directly you can find out the answer. So try to take more number of steps, so simply you have to do. And then sine square, sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. Already know that sine 30 degree is 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 whole square. Plus cos 30 degree, cos 30 degree is, I already know that it's a cos 30 degree, it is root 3 by 2. It is root 3 by 2 whole square is equal to, then, so 5 into 1, so here directly we can take 1 by 4, 5 into 1 by 4 plus, so 4 into 2 square, 2 square is nothing but 4, this root 3 whole square means 3. So that is a by b whole raised to m is equal to a raised to m divided by b raised to m minus 1 divided by 1 by 2 whole square, it is 1 by 4 plus root 3 by 2. Root 3 whole square is 3 divided by 4. Yes. Then again we have to solve it. Yes. Then, so 5 into 1 by 4 means 5 by 4 is equal to 5 by 4 plus, so 4 into 4 by 3. 4 into 4 means 16 by 3 minus 1 whole divided by, here 1 by 4 is 4, we can take as LCM here. So here 4, if you take LCM as 4 here, so 1 plus 3 is equal. Then, so here just observe 4, 3 we have, that is both we can take it as common. That is 4 and 3. So here we have 4 and here we have 3 means take the LCM of the denominator here. So what is the LCM of the denominator? LCM of the denominator is 12. Then, so here we have 4, so we have to convert this 4 into 12. So for that one we have to multiply with 3 here. So simultaneously we have to multiply 3 with the numerator, that is you are getting 15 here. Plus, so then here 3 we have, so we have to convert it into 12. So that is, so we have to multiply with 4 here. So again you have to multiply with 4 here. So that is 16 into 4, it is 64. Then minus, so here 4 into 3 is 12. So here 1 we have, so that is 1 we have to convert it to 12. So that's why we have to multiply with 12 here. Again we have to multiply with 12 here. And here what happens? So 3 plus 1 4 divided by 4. So both are cancelled means 1 remaining is equal. Then, so 15 plus 64 minus 12. 15 minus 12. 15 minus 12 means 3. So 3 plus 64, it is 67 divided by 12 whole divided by 1 is equal to 67 divided by 12 is the answer. So the answer of this problem is 67 divided by 12. So only the thing it is, I substituted all the values. So whatever we found out in the last class, so in trigonometric ratios of some specific angles, I substituted all these values here. So then simplified and I got the answer. So here we have, initial thing it is we have to substitute all the values, then simplification. Simplification is already you know that. And the first and foremost thing it is, in this syllabus, in this part of that one, so only the substitution of all the values of trigonometric ratios of specific angles. So I hope you understood this one. So let's take the next problem. So here just observe we have one problem here, that is 2 times 30 degree divided by 1 plus tan square 30 degree. So answer what? So it is symbolically it is given, and there are 4 options are there. So we have to choose from that one. But here just observe we have to find out the answer, and the answer it is matching in which of this one. So this one is the answer only. So firstly solve this one. As 2 tan 30 degree divided by 1 plus tan square 30 degree. So is equal to, so what is the value of tan 30 degree? It is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 whole square divided by 1 plus, so tan square 30 degree, it is not tan 30 degree. So that means, so here it is 1 by root 3 only. So that's not a square. It is not a square. Don't confuse it. So here 1 by root 3 whole square. Yes, be careful about such a thing. So here it is looking like both are same, but you are doing such a mistakes here. So that's it. Yes, is it. Then here it is 2 by root 3 divided by 1 plus, so here it is 1 by root 3 whole square, that is 1 by 3 is equal. Then 2 by root 3 remain as it is. So here we can take LCM of the denominator, that is 3 plus 1 divided by 3. That is when you take the LCM of the denominator, LCM of the denominator is 3 and here is 1 by 1, that is so you can take the LCM as 3, here denominator equal denominator, then here 1 we have, so we have to convert it to 3, then you have to multiply 3 with the numerator and the denominator as well, and here 3 we have, so you have to multiply with 1 here, again you have to multiply with 1 here, 3 plus 1 remains, is equal 2 by root 3 remain as it is, and here it is 4 by 3. So this is your first fraction divided by second fraction. The division of fractions what we have, so this is the first fraction remain as it is, then the second fraction we have to take the reciprocal of that one, 3 by 4, then 2, and here instead of the 3 we have means you can write it as root 3 into root 3 into root 3 divided by root 3. So if you remain as it is means you are getting only just of the root 3 by 2 root 3, here 2 we have, then so root 3 and root 3 again cancels, that is root 3 divided by 2. So what is the value of root 3 here in this case? Sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2 and cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. Tan 60 degree is what? It's root 3 and sin 30 degree it is 1 by 2. So that's why there is no any so these three are not matched with the result. So sin 60 degree, so A is the answer. So this one is the answer, sin 60 degree. So because we got the value of the problem, it is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 is only matched with the sin 60 degree. So that's why the option A will be the answer. Let's take some of the homeworks here. So here just observe we have some of the homework, that is fourth one is evaluate. So you have to substitute all the values of trigonometric ratios of specific angles here. Then you have to find out the values. So here it is also the same and here it is also the same. So here in all these three problems, so in that position you have to substitute the respective values and then you have to simplify them. So here we have further two problems, so it is related to the last problems we did. It is, so first we have to simplify, then get the answer, and that answer will be matched with which of this option, that one you have to find out and then you have to write the answer. So whether it is A, B, C or D. This is the multiple choice question. So you have to tick the correct option or you have to select the correct option, so related with the answers. So I hope you understood these things. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you can get the notification of our channel very easily. Also hit the like button. Thank you and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.